We are deep in it, people. Podcast number 7. Let's get to it. Welcome, you beautiful people. Episode 7 of the Sandbag Show with Kendall and William. That has been, 4 episodes now where I have not introduced us. Look at us. Our quality of content is skyrocketing with my ability to remember what we need to do for the podcast.
If you just don't know us, you're not allowed to.
Yeah, facts.
For those 4 episodes.
Facts. You just gotta listen from the beginning to the end, you know? Welcome, beautiful people. We got some good content this week, I think.
We say that every week.
Yeah, it's not good content.
Is it true?
Yo, but I have a new drink. It's glass. It's root beer. Hold up.
He didn't even bring enough to share.
Okay.
All I have is water.
Why can't I open this? Quality content here, people. Me trying to open a twist off. Jeez.
I got a bottle opener.
That's fine. Virgil's root beer, all natural, so great. Not a sponsor. Could be. Really good though.
Won't be.
Facts. If we got Virgil's as a sponsor, I would be impressed.
That's imagine if everybody that we mentioned is, if we had them as a sponsor, if we ever did, it'd be like Red Lobster, Jocko Willink's energy drink,
dude.
Virgil's root beer.
We'd have so much money, bro. So much money, dude. So this week, finally, I had to spend so much time trying to track this thing down, but I have it. I have a French horn.
Oh, your horn.
Yeah, bro.
How is it?
Finally. I have spent my entire career as a musician not having a French horn. That is actually mine.
Yeah.
Rented from the school, used the school horn, however garbage or good they may be.
That's because them things expensive.
They are. Facts. French horns, double French horns are like uber expensive.
Uber.
We'll get to that. And so I finally ordered one. I found it on eBay of all places. Like I have a Facebook group that's for French horn traders. Like they just put their French horns online, and
like a whole group just for the traders.
Yeah. And they just come in and they're like, "Hey, I'm selling this horn or whatever."
That's
and people are like,
sick.
"Hey, it's a good horn," or "Hey, I want to buy it." And that's quality.
Would.
Yeah. And usually you kind of get your horn from a friend of a friend, or you just literally order it from the manufacturer. eBay and Craigslist, it's like, probably not.
It's probably scary.
Yeah, it's sketchy for sure.
Lots of money.
Yeah,
involved.
And so I spent like a week just like looking at this one French horn that was online, and I was like, well, that's all I've been doing. I didn't have to pay for drum corps, so might as well get a horn. Finally.
Yeah, just might as well.
Yeah, might as well. And dude, that thing finally came in. Well, one, it said it was delivered. And I was like, well.
Not here.
Not here. Definitely not here. Thanks, FedEx. And then I actually saw a FedEx driver go through my neighborhood. Didn't stop. And I was like, but where, though? And so I called FedEx several different times. Yeah. I was about to. I was like, bro, that's like.
That's next step.
It
Lawsuit.
Is. Dude, that's $5,000 just floating in the wind. Like, I don't know where that is, but it's somewhere.
That's so scary.
It is. And so I felt awful.
Yeah.
And then I messaged the sender and the guy that I bought it from, and I was like, hey, so I know you dispatched this and stuff, but FedEx is telling me that at some point, if I don't get it by whatever, to have you file a report just because you're the one that sent it. And the dude was like, what's your address? And I was like, ooh! Yikes. I said that on the podcast. It's really funny. That's fine. We'll make more work for Ethan, I guess. No, it's fine. You can keep it in. But I said it, and my address was there. And so the dude sent back, and he was like, I sent it to 63 Benton Drive. And I was like,
Benton?
Yeah.
Like the show?
Yeah. I was like, what? And it was still, like, in the area that I live in.
Must
and
have been
still,
a fan.
Whatever, dude. And so it was like 8 minutes down the road, and I went to some old lady's house and found this massive box that's sitting on her porch. It was still there from this morning. And I was like, hey, I don't want to look like I'm stealing from you. This is my package that you have.
This is mine.
Yeah, like it has my name on it. Here's my driver's license. And she literally didn't even open the door. She opened the door and then had like those big
screen.
metal, like it was a metal plus the screen.
Yeah.
And she just yelled at me from inside and was like,
So
well, I didn't order anything, so it must be yours. And I was like, okay.
she was social distancing.
I was like, I'm gonna take this now. She was like, all right, cool, bye. I was like, jeez. But
At least that went well.
yeah, oh yeah,
How's the horn?
so good, dude. Probably the best horn that I've played on, minus the custom Lawson that a teacher of mine had. That was like $12,000.
I myself have also never owned like any type
trombone?
of any horn
Anything.
of the sorts. Always used one.
Facts. Just because, I mean, I don't know. When you're in that age, especially if you aren't going to do it after high school, it's like, why would you spend the money?
Even if you're gonna dabble in it after high school, man, I don't know. When you're that age, it's so expensive. Wait until after.
It really depends. It really honestly depends. But I got it. It's incredible. And then I spent like a good like hour coming up with like, I don't know, I just flirted with my horn on Instagram and took random pictures of it like it was like an engagement photo session or something.
Man,
It was pretty legit.
I probably should get an Instagram. It probably makes sense.
Not even an Instagram. If you just learned how to use it for the Sandbag Show, you might become more useful. You as a person.
Okay.
Yeah. Jeez.
Wow.
I mean, I'm just saying, like, you know, we talk about...
No. It's okay.
No, you just talk about all the content that you're like, hey, we could do this. And I'm like, well, just do it. Just get an Instagram and log in, and you could do it yourself.
Crazy.
You could do a whole takeover with just a William Day, and you could just answer questions from random people.
Questions.
Yeah. Hey, what do you want to know about me? You want to know where my address is? Here, I'll say it again.
Oh, man.
Wow. I really thought I would curse first before I'd say something I couldn't say.
I know what you mean.
Yeah. I was going to...
We haven't had anything so far, except for, I guess, that like, has been a problem.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, we could just bleep out the whole thing because I don't think it's quality content or worth it, honestly. Let's be real.
In other news.
Other news.
I have some, I guess, funny news that I don't think you know anything about. But for those of you who
Are you keeping things from me, William?
No, I'm telling you right now. For those of you who don't know, and I'm sure most of you do, I worked at Subway for like a year and 8 months. And I worked at a Subway inside of a gas station. And my mom worked on like the gas station side. So, I don't know. It was pretty tight because I didn't have a car. Anyway. And we live like literally 4 minutes from said gas station / Subway.
Yep.
And the same one that I worked at for a year and 8 months, my girlfriend is now working at. And
really?
Yeah, she's not getting a job there. But because of all this like corona, she's getting paid like $10.50 an hour to do the same stuff I did. I got paid like $8.05.
But just because of the risk, she gets paid more money.
It's bogus. All she has to do is wear a face mask, and they have less stuff to make.
That's insane.
Anyway, small world, man.
Insane that your girlfriend is working there. That's kind of funny.
Same Subway, different day.
Bro,
Screw
and
Subway.
she's also 4 minutes away from that. If 4 minutes from the bedroom to the gas station.
Yeah, like walking distance.
Yeah, facts. That's kind of fun.
It is the place to be. Local hangout spot.
Honestly, yeah. No, I would never. If I ever ate in that gas station, that would be the saddest moment of my life. That'd be rough.
I've eaten too much gas station food in my life to be proud of, to be honest.
I mean, I'll be real. Like, I think we all have. I mean, through marching band and drum corps alone, we've probably eaten a lot of gross things that we shouldn't have through concessions and gas station stuff. But
yeah.
But, like, as a normal person...
Anywhere where you get a hot dog, including your own house, it's just not good.
Like, unless it's, like, a gourmet, like, something that you...
You ever seen a gourmet hot dog, Kendall?
I mean, yeah. Italian sausage. Like, it's a sausage, not
I didn't say
a
sausage.
Dog.
I said hot dog.
Like a brat instead of a dog.
So, yeah, of course. If it's just something completely different, of course I've seen it.
That's... Okay, whatever.
One of them is...
This boy doesn't know what a brat is.
I know what a brat is, but I'm talking about like a hot dog, baby. Like that grinded, gross red meat.
I can't wait for people to listen to this podcast specifically just to hear that in their ears.
I don't know what's going on, man.
We're having a weird day. It's podcast 7.
Get off the meat. Stuck on.
Well, while you watching your girlfriend be at the gas station and Subway, I've been doing marching band for ages. It feels like it's been 2 weeks, but just
Oh, you mean teaching marching band?
Yes.
At the high
Yeah.
school.
Sorry, that doesn't make sense. I've been in marching
I've been
band.
doing marching band.
No, I've been teaching at the high school, and dude, the grind of that is. I thought drum corps. No, I just thought marching band was hard when I was in it. It's really not. But teaching it, geez, bro. Just teaching it well.
Yeah, I was about to say
It's kind of rough.
because you can have somebody who teaches it lazily. It'd be easy,
Yeah.
but to like actually get work done. Yeah, I would assume it's pretty rough because you gotta like
And it's
demonstrate. And
yeah. There's a lot that you just have to do,
Yeah.
regardless of like.
lead by example, all that jazz.
It's a lot, dude. And
Mentally and physically.
my goal is, so I've been telling these kids, like, this is the first year of this high school's existence that they've ever done PT in marching band. First time. And so we've just been doing something simple, like 5 push-ups, 5 sit-ups, 5 squats. And we do that as a set.
Yeah.
And we've done 3 sets before, plus a little bit of running. So that's a pretty good session. It gets upper body, it gets, your core, and then your legs, which are the most important. So it's a solid workout. And then because of events of today's time, we're split into groups.
Yeah.
Small groups, so that we can maintain distance and people amount, that kind of deal. And so I have to do that twice every day, plus whatever I do in the mornings. So I'll get up at like 6, be there at 6:30, run, do a mile, or do a workout of mine, which is more extensive or complex, and then be ready to teach by 8. I'll probably have some sort of meeting between 7 and 7:30, hit there at 8, teach until 12 outside because I'm the Viz Tech.
Yep.
And I'm just grinding, saying the same crap over and over again, twice every day.
Man, my days recently have been all the same. And I've had work, which I started my new job while on the podcast, and it's just been like increasingly getting easier and just better because I've been knowing stuff. It's awesome, man.
Yeah, but
So-
it's also the grind. of
Yeah,
doing
like
that.
we've been coming in at like 6:30. Like that's when we start.
Yep.
It's pretty all right. It's whatever.
You're not used to getting up early though.
Well, yeah. See,
You're a night owl.
the thing is I've never had a job where I come in before like 4 p.m. Like the earliest I've ever came in any other job is 4 p.m. So it's
Really?
like, yeah. So it's like other than
Huh.
school, like high school, I
Yeah.
never had to get up and actually work that early. But because I guess the transition, high school wasn't that long ago for me. So it's like waking up at 5:45 to 6 to get to somewhere that I got to be on time. It's just what I'm used to.
It's rough. Dude, honestly, too, like, just because of the things that, I don't know, my lifestyle in general, my schedule is, wake up at 6 or 5:50, and then I just go. I take maybe a 10, 15-minute power nap,
Right.
if need be, and then I'm in bed at midnight,
Got to take a power nap, man.
and then I do it again.
They're like the best in the world.
It is.
So
and
nice.
you can't do more than 30 minutes,
No.
honestly.
Because then that's where you get in that range where like your head starts hurting.
Yep.
Because your body's like, please keep sleeping.
Yeah. And not even that. It's just like you don't get the energy or like the
Yeah.
boost. You
Yeah.
just go into sleep.
Yeah.
You go into hibernation. But dude, doing that, 6 hours of sleep every day, just grinding, ridiculous. But I don't know. Honestly, band camp is not as bad. Definitely not as bad as the last time I did it.
Yeah.
Jeez, bro.
I'm sure it's worse than any of the times I've ever done it. Like, it was easy for me. Like you said, no PT, nothing like that.
Yeah, easy money.
Just like come in, do the same stuff every day.
Yep.
All that jazz.
Because we're doing, I'm introducing them to across the floors, which is doing line by line. It's
Yes.
one drill. And they have no idea how that system works. They've been doing block band for ages.
Ever.
And again, like, it's not that these things are incorrect. Like, they serve their purpose. Like, block band is very useful. But I don't know. I don't work that way. And so I do a little bit of everything. And trying to get these kids to like teach or to think outside of what they're used to, especially all the vets, all the upperclassmen.
Yeah. It's like, it's different because you have some people that have been doing that, like, it's their senior year. They've been doing it since 8th grade.
Facts.
And they've been doing it, like I said, the same exact way for
Yep.
5 years now. So I'm sure it's a little different.
Yeah, and it's different than like drum corps or college, which can change like year to year.
Yeah.
This is like, tradition.
Yeah.
High school. This is the only way we do it.
Whack.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, like, this is not a very competitive band. It's not like we go to festivals just to get ratings.
Yeah.
Just because we don't spend a ton of money on a show.
Crowd pleaser.
Yeah, facts. Crowd pleaser and like a Friday nights band kind of deal. And they're really good at their job, which is that. But they don't compete. And so we don't have like there's not this urge of like, we gotta do something.
Like discipline.
Yeah, not even that.
It's not that there's not discipline. It's that the discipline, it's like completely different than like.
The vibe's different.
Yeah.
The vibe's very different. It's just, I don't know. It's laid back.
We're,
it's like, hey,
we're way more worried about like sound than we are like super in time feet and stuff like that.
I'd say so. It's well, this year we're getting hella into.
That's what I'm saying. We're usually.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, our the director there, I mean, his forte is very much concert, is very much symphonic.
Yeah, he says all the time, if you don't have a good concert band, you can't have a good marching band. Which
is very true.
True.
And he goes hard when it comes to symphonic, and they play really great literature. But geez, dude. And again, it's just like when you're that age, when you've been working that thing for the longest time and it's worked for you, there's no reason to get with the times or do something any different kind of deal.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, I came in and was like,
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. And since we're not competitive, it's like, well, there's no reason to. But yeah, trying to introduce new things to them.
Because the phase that you guys are in, like that, we were talking about, like the veterans being there for 5 years and all that stuff. That's like the worst phase. And it's like if you already have like a system, nobody wants to go through that like 3 to 4 year period of like making veterans understand it and stuff like that. Because there's always because changing from like an old system to a new system, it's just like that first 2 years, maybe 3 years is the worst part, and then it just smooth sailing.
That too. And you also have there's a lot of pushback because it's like they're used to certain things. Definitely. And then when I come in and I'm like, hey, do this instead, they're like, but why?
Especially because you're changing like everything.
Well, yeah, that's very specific. I came in and gave some suggestions to the director and was like, hey, here's some issues that I'm seeing, or like, hey, here's some things that I feel like we could do. And he was just like, yeah, let's try this, this, and this. And so I just came up with some solutions for him. And we just been steamrolling that. But I'm just talking about, like, doing anything differently other than block band this same way, this same time, the same way, all the time.
Yeah. Like,
is different.
Like, literally the same way.
Literally.
Every single day. It was the worst part of marching band for me. For the entire 5 years that I did it, it was just, like, that first, like, 45 minutes was just the same.
It was, and again, it has its use, but like
yeah, definitely, and that should be in what's the word? I want to say important, but I was gonna use a bigger word, an intricate part. Like that is it's a big part of marching band, like that whole block band, getting the basics down. But it's like especially when dealing with kids like that, man.
It's really like a workout
they got attention span.
Yeah, or your warm-up routine when you play an instrument. It's like you gotta vary that crap.
Yeah.
Like if not, you're gonna
go crazy.
Yeah, you're gonna get super bored, and you have the possibility of plateauing or injury.
Yep.
When you're working out. So I just mix it up a lot, and I don't know. These kids are doing very well, but you do have these moments where like the vets are just like, what? Why?
Yeah, I can totally see
that makes no sense. Why would we do that? And it's fun though. It's very interesting. I don't think they're doing it maliciously or they're like, screw you, man. But
this guy doesn't even know what he's talking about.
He's got second. He doesn't know anything.
Look at this podcast. It makes no sense.
What do you just sit around? Is that all you do? You're just lazy? Dude. It is funny though. Like I've been telling them a lot. And we've been going over kind of some similar things that we've talked about on the podcast, but riding the fine line of arrogance and humbleness, being confident but not being overconfident.
Important.
Yeah, those kinds of things, and setting a vibe for how we like rehearsals to be, how we want to treat each other.
Yeah.
And I don't know, there's been like these past 2 weeks, I've made... I don't know, you make mistakes as a teacher, And sometimes the kids just don't catch them because they're not paying attention, or it kind of goes over their heads. But for me, I'm not only am I very, very new to this game, but I'm also super young, so I don't know anything. I just kind of assume that I'm ignorant.
You were a high schooler, what, 3 years ago?
Yeah, and so like I need to self audit 24/7, like all the time, and I have made a lot of mistakes as a person, but also as a teacher. I did snap at a kid. You know the kid, and I'll tell you after the podcast. But I like said something back to him, and again it was that pushback. He was like, "But why are we doing this? Because our director told us to do this thing."
Yeah.
And I was like, no. And I said some kind of off comment of like, "Don't worry about it," or like, "Okay," and that kind of like sarcasticness.
Yeah, it's like, and I'm telling you to do this.
Yeah,
I know exactly what you're saying.
And I don't think he took it as mean, but after I said it, I just felt that pit in my stomach.
Yeah,
of
that
like,
little like,
I
ooh.
messed up, dude.
Am I an ass?
Yeah. I had to like go back and backtrack, and I like pulled the kid aside. I was like, "Hey, man, that was not at all what that was supposed to be."
I've had those moments where you apologize and the kid's just like,
"What?
I don't care."
It's like
they're
okay.
They don't care at all. But you're like, no, I had to say this. I was feeling some type of way.
But I did. I snapped at a kid. You'll have word slips. I can't tell you how hard it is, especially in this podcast, to not say things that I normally say. My vernacular is a lot of curse words.
I never curse.
False.
Easy.
I on this podcast, but also teaching, like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Teaching's, like I said, teaching's a whole different world for you, because I know for a fact there are some kids in that band that were friends with you when you were a senior.
Yeah.
That you like, not only like friends, like
we marched together.
They marched,
know them.
hung out. Like when we went to events, we would all hang out in a group.
Yes. Like they've probably
have their personal Snapchats, things like that. Like,
yeah, I've been to their house, or they've been to my house, kind of deal. Or we've gone to a party and they've been there.
So I bet it's hard sometimes to like,
because they were an 8th grader and I was a senior, kind of deal.
Yeah. I bet it is really hard sometimes to just
because it's just weird. Because it's
friendly.
like, yeah, you gotta like ride that line of like, I can't be really friendly with you because liability and garbage like that.
Liability.
And also like, I don't want any of that. That's no.
I hate liability.
Liability. It's a word. But and also like crude jokes or just bad ones. I get it now why dads make dad jokes, is they can't tell you the bad ones that are in their head. So like all the time I'll just be making like stupid jokes because I can't.
You sure some dads aren't just lame?
I mean that too, for sure. Well, okay, so my other I was gonna say co-host.
He's
another employee. What is the word?
Your producer.
No, not you. Yeah, Ethan
Never
chimed
mind.
in. What's coworker? Jeez, what? Wow, I can't think of words today. My other coworker in marching band. You know him. We marched with him, and
I know him.
Yeah, you do. You do. Carson.
Carson.
We might have him on the show, but every joke that I can't make to them, I'll make to Carson just to get it out of my system. And I'm like, hey, here's this really awful joke, or like, hey, here's something that like I just have to say, but I can't say to these people, even though we're pretty chill and pretty relaxed and just talk about dumb things.
If you want me to be 100% honest, I see Carson as the kind of person, when you tell him that, he'll be like, okay.
No, you'd be surprised. He's changed a lot since high school.
He'll be like, yep. I would expect you to say that.
Granted, he does do that. He does do that. He's like, okay, cool.
That
Thanks,
one's not
man.
for me.
But he's funny, though. I don't know.
But he's funny, though.
He is.
Good
but,
guy.
yeah, I don't know, man. Teaching's definitely a different world. And I feel like, okay, it's a different world when you haven't gone to school for it, you know?
Yeah, I plan on being a teacher.
You can correct me on everything else you know once you get back.
Not instrument. Nothing involving an instrument at all. I probably am never.
You can probably sub for band.
Never gonna. Yeah, I can sub for band easy, but I'm never gonna like. Nah, screw that.
You gonna wave your arms, try and conduct?
I plan on being a teacher, and I don't know. There's a lot that goes into it. Like,
agreed.
When it goes into like a kid's personality and your personality, because it's just a fact. Some personalities just clash. You have like people who you just don't get along with, and these are just small people. That's all they are. It's like, yeah, they're kids, but sometimes you and a kid just aren't gonna like get along in whatever way,
And you're gonna have to find a way around.
yeah,
it.
you're gonna have to be able to work through that. Another thing, I think I've said it before on the podcast, is like when being a teacher, looking through another person's eyes, like their perspective, and like seeing where they come from is like so important, because if you're stuck in what you see all the time, when you have any of those disagreements, it's gonna be really hard to solve them, because that kid,
You're just gonna clash heads.
yeah,
Yeah, and you're gonna get nothing solved, and then you'll probably get wrecked as a teacher.
and you'll be
That's
frustrated because they're not learning what you're trying to teach.
Exactly. Teaching is all about like it's not about the content that you're trying to get into their head. It's like just giving them another way to shove it into their head,
Yep.
and finding multiple ways to say the same thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
Definitely.
For sure.
Everybody learns differently.
I mean, and the same thing goes, like, as much as I teach them about riding that line of confidence and arrogance, you know, and being humble, what does that mean? Excuse me. I kind of had to do the same thing, especially coming after drum corps, because that's where my standard was
Yeah, definitely.
finalist drum corps.
The best,
No.
except not.
Except not. So, like, I had to
Second.
come back. I had to come back and like listen to not a drum corps.
Garbage. Comparatively, yeah.
Garbage. Yeah.
Trash.
And like I have to look at feet, which are not.
Clarinets.
Yeah. And I have to like make sure that these kids like know what they're talking about, know what they're doing. I have to start from ground zero basically.
Yeah.
And not trying to compare to other things, or even just telling the kids that, you know, they aren't this, or having, I don't know, writing that same line. Trying not to say that, hey, I know what I'm talking about, you should respect what I say, or listen to what I say, because I did this thing. It's like that, and then also coming in and being like, well, one, this is not a drum corps, but two, you have a lot to learn as a teacher from these kids.
Yeah.
And I don't know, walking, especially into this year, because I'm introducing too many things.
It's
just
really,
like,
it's really easy to get into that, like, I guess, rut of saying, like, look at my accolades. Can you not tell that I know what I'm doing?
yeah.
And it's
yeah.
like, it's really easy to just say that, but the easier thing to do in the long run would just to be to like show it. Like,
yeah,
put in work.
let that
Yeah.
show with your actions.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
definitely.
actions speak a lot louder, for sure.
As cliche as it may be,
Facts.
it's cliche for a reason.
Wow, that is cliche for you. I don't know. It's like it really is like the same deal. I know when I first came back from drum corps, and we may dive into this later. I don't know if this is something that I want to really go into detail with, but after drum corps, like, because of the things that had happened and where I went afterwards, I became like a real garbage person for quite a long time.
In his opinion.
A lot of people's opinion. And I don't know, that showed a lot when I came back to teach this high school, because they were finished with band camp, and so I got to see whatever they put on in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Which was incredibly far from what I had just finished doing, which was finals, DCI finals, that clean ass stuff, and then have to go to marching band, which they just started 3 weeks ago. It's like I came
Not
in
to mention it was a rough year.
that too,
I was there.
and like to come back and to have to teach these kids, or to even give critique to staff, or to give suggestion to. I definitely came in with like this attitude of like, well, I just got done with this. What do you mean?
I am better.
This is the only way.
Can you not tell?
Yeah, I was like, but we do it this way, kind of
Right.
deal.
Yeah.
And one, not only did that show with just the people that I worked with, like as far as staff definitely saw that real quick. But it also showed with the kids, and like especially this year, been just trying to like dial that back, big hard.
I don't know,
big
man.
hard.
You've been my best friend for a while, so it's like.
I mean,
you came back, and I was just like, first of all, I was all ears for everything you had to say, because
Well, yeah.
I knew I'm not a Dumbo, but like, I've never had that experience of I guess, butthole Kendall.
Yeah.
Not in a while, at least.
Yeah. Hot minute, for sure.
Yeah, like when we first
I think
started
so.
hanging out.
Dang, dude.
Whack.
Big whack.
You were so mean.
I don't know. I think that as a teacher, you aren't everything. Your title gives you nothing but the influence and not even the influence, the opportunity to influence.
Yeah.
Your title means nothing in any profession. Your title, your accolades, your laurels, everything previous does not give you anything except for the opportunity to prove it. You know, your degree shows you nothing. Your medal shows you nothing. What you did in the previous years, not a damn thing. It really is like, what are you bringing to the table, like, right now?
What have you done for me lately?
Exactly. And, like, with these kids, it's like, I could tell them that I was really good, or I could tell them that, we were second in the world,
or I could show them.
I could just, again, show them through my actions. And, like, I could tell these teachers or these other staff members that, hey, you're not doing your job, bro. Or I could just do my job.
Or you just show them how to do their job, Kendall.
Yeah, well, that too. I don't know. It just kind of goes into, like, the vibe that I wanted to set with these kids. It really is just like, we want to be relaxed, super chill. Like, I want to have this kind of friendship with you.
Yeah.
Doing this thing that we both enjoy.
It's not like you're trying to, unless you are. It's not like you're trying to change that whole, like, Friday night lights oriented.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Not even close.
So
we're just trying to get better at what we do,
Yeah.
And on top of, like, the technicality of doing that, but also just, like, how I want to, the respect that I want to be passed around is, like, we got a job to do regardless of what else happens in the world. We're going to do this, and things could change. We're going to adapt to it, and we're just going to coast into it.
Yeah.
And regardless, when it's time to work, we're going to work, and we're going to show up every day.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter, like, what you've learned before. You're just going to have to do it. I feel like that's just, like, I don't know. You could take that anywhere, and I think that's the biggest reason why I'm teaching those kids that very same thing is because, especially in our area of town, geez, dude, you got so many of those people who are just stuck in high school, and they're like 50 to 60-year-olds who are just like, well, back in my day, or I was the homecoming queen. No one cares, bro. Donna. No one cares, Donna. Donna. That's a meme name. Sorry, all those Donnas out there.
Shout out to Donna.
Jeez. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like, it always pained me as a student to hear about whatever this teacher did or was doing, and then for me to see them in action and be like, well, you're not doing that now.
Yeah. I hate people because, like, people always say, especially adults, they're just like, high school's like the best time. It's the highlight. And they're like, you should do all this stuff. But then, like, you don't see any drive or push from them. So it's like, it's just like that, show me, man. Don't tell me how to do it.
Yeah, it's like, you should be hardworking and do all this stuff. And
high school's the time to do this and do that. It's like, well, you're still not doing that. Like,
or like, and I get the idea that, hey, you have to be better than me.
Yeah.
Like, as a parent, like, my goal is to set you up so you could be better than I was. But as, like, an adult and as, like, another person, it's like,
in Kmart, leave me alone, old man.
Jeez, dude.
Get your wife Donna out of my face before she catches these hands.
Hey, bro, you want to catch these hands? Jeez. Donna would put up a fight, though. She'd put up a fight.
Especially if she's in Kmart.
Oh, jeez. Have you seen her new handbag? It's alligator, bro. She's going to leave marks on you.
Rough skin.
I don't know.
Freaking Donna.
And I think I apply that to myself because I've been around so many adults who, or even like so-called professionals in their industry, just talk a lot of shit about what they've done. And it's like, I don't care about your accolades. Just show me what you know.
That's the best word for it. Just talk a lot of garbage. Just everything
it's like not even shit to me. Like, you're not even putting me down, but just like, I don't care about what you've done,
Everything you're saying means nothing to me.
Like, and again, not about the funny stories or the things that were cool, but like, don't tell me that your football team made finals back in like high school. I don't care.
What
are you doing now?
I just started painting, and there's this one dude who paints with us that like everybody on the crew just does not like.
Okay.
And anyway, we'll be like doing something. Me and him will be doing the same thing, and we'll be getting it done. And he'll just be like talking like, I used to do this, and it's like I did this many houses and blah blah blah. Like I was good at this. It's like, and now you make the same amount as I do.
And it's like, what
you're
is-
here with me now. I
So-
don't care what you did.
Yeah, like what happened, bro? What happened?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's very much like you.
He probably makes more than me. Just to put that out there.
Well, yeah.
But you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, but like, you can have those experiences and you can tell that story if it is like, hey, look at what I did.
Yeah, don't put me down where I'm at right now.
On top of, don't try and boost your situation currently with what you've done in the past. Don't rest on your laurels. Always be pushing forward. And granted, I'm young, I don't know anything. I'm super ignorant and super dumb. But what I have learned, especially by seeing my family is pretty big and it's, I don't know, it's different from most. And I get to see a lot of life through my siblings' own lives,
Yeah,
their eyes.
your family's pretty large.
Yeah. And that being said, there's a lot that our parents or our grandparents have done or anything, people that are in our family, and they are very much like I was this in high school. It's like, okay, but what are you now, I like when someone asks me, "Hey, what do you do?" I don't want to have to like go all the way back to high school to tell them something that was good.
Yeah.
I want to
I
be
like
like,
that.
"Hey, I'm doing this now.
Yeah.
This is what I'm doing."
It's like, well, yesterday
Yeah.
I was doing this, not like,
I was like,
what do you do? Well, in 1984.
Well, I started off doing this. Started off at a Subway and a gas station, and now
let me tell you.
it's like when we talk about, hey, what has William Anger done in his life? It's like, well, I was a Subway guy.
He peaked at Red Lobster, baby.
But we want to know now. We want to know. We're moving on from Red Lobster. We want to know painting, bro. That's all we want from William. Painting. Not really. You add a lot to the podcast, William. I'm sorry.
All you do is paint.
That is all you are. Or, and to add to that point, another just a tip topper. Don't try and sugarcoat what you are. Like, those people who just like add extra words to their title.
Yeah.
Like, okay, I clean with my mother at some point. Like that
Me
was
too.
facts. That was my day-to-day job. I would clean residential homes and I would vacuum a lot.
I've done both residential homes and commercial buildings.
Hey,
Look at me go.
look at us.
2 different companies.
And so I did that, and something happened where one of the customers' kids sent a note or something and was like, hey, can you grab this part of my room? And she called us maids. And someone on the team got offended by that. They were like, we're not maids. And I was like, but we are, though.
What kind of maids?
We're literally maids. We come in and we clean the house. Like, we're a maid. I don't know. Like, I don't want to sugarcoat what I do. Like, there's no reason to.
In my opinion, the thing about those people who like sugarcoat what they are now or what they've been, and they try and make it bigger and better, like you said, use bigger words or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, that to me is like, if you aren't comfortable talking about where you are now with the things that you're doing now,
That means a lot needs to change.
yeah, if you're not comfortable like speaking about all of the things you have done, if you don't think that that's enough and you feel like you have to make it more,
Yeah.
the best part about owning that is you can change that.
Yes, and that is the key. I'm glad you made that point because it is like you can't. Wow. Yes. Congratulations.
Whenever
You-
he compliments me, never happens.
We cannot you can't move forward and you can't get better unless you own up to it and you know that, hey, that's on me. I took that L, or hey, I wasn't doing this.
Own your actions.
Are you about to quote your old high school?
Focus on success. Lead by example.
Lead by example. Looky there, the three.
Oh, jeez.
The 3 letters. Jeez.
Get me out, please.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, and again, it really is. It's just like you gotta. What are you doing now, bro? Constantly be working.
Painting. Talking
Paint.
into a microphone.
Really?
Sometime.
Every sometime, maybe, dude. Shoot, I forgot what I was gonna. Oh, And again, to add to that point, to rest on your laurels, it's a combination of the arrogance of, hey, I'm this. But then on top of that, it's like you're so unconfident in yourself that you're not confident in what you're doing now. So regardless, you're not on that line. You're on either or of the spectrum. And riding that middle line with anything, being that level-headed, that's going to get you very, very far. And it'll allow you to do more, give you more access to do greater things. One person, Gary Vaynerchuk, again, Gary V, love that guy.
That guy.
That guy, dude. Dang.
A lot of good memories with that guy.
One of the things he talks about is, like, what is your legacy going to be? What are people going to remember you for? And it's like,
that's a scary question.
yeah, like, when you're dead, like, are they going to remember that you were the all-star track guy in high school back in 76? Or are they going to remember for what you did now as an old man, you know?
Man.
Like, are they going to remember you like, he was a good dude when he was young?
Not Red Lobster, please. I don't want lobsters to have anything to do with me after I die.
God, I'm gonna put you in a casket of lobsters.
Please, no, please, not the lobsters. I want to make like a remake of that movie, like Snakes on the Plane or whatever, but it's just like lobsters on a boat. And it's just this giant.
I think that's called Deadliest Catch.
This giant yacht being overrun with lobsters.
This is ridiculous.
A taste for human flesh. Somebody call me.
Or what is is it Nicolas Cage? No, not the bees.
Not
the bees.
The bees. The lobsters.
The lobsters. No, the claws. The big meaty claws. Jeez, man.
They'll get you, man.
Yeah, this is the content that we're bringing you. Episode 7.
Watch out for the lobsters.
Straight straight garbage, man. Just spitting a load of dumpster fire.
It's just like, respect yourself, be better where you are,
but also lobsters.
Be careful about the lobsters.
We're such like a trailer trash podcast. Our quality, like, look at our camera quality. It's garbage.
Trailer trash podcast.
We could make that a podcast. We'd have to do accents the whole time.
It's a terrible name for a podcast.
For a terrible podcast.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's the whole point.
It works. It works. One thing I want to jump into, because I'm interested on your experience with this, because you've probably only done this once. We had bus stories. I want to add shower stories to the list. If you have funny drum corps shower stories, hit us up, DM us, email us. We want to hear your funny stories. Nothing inappropriate, but just slightly appropriate.
My experience when it comes to shower stories, and we're talking, obviously, for anybody who's done drum corps knows, but like
group showers.
Group showers.
Yes.
Like is when you're on a sport.
Like a locker room.
We're not talking about if you have just any funny stories by yourself in the
well,
shower.
If you have one of those too, like, I guess maybe send them. Whatever.
You can do
we'll
whatever
take
you
anything,
want,
literally.
Anyway, my experience with shower stories is very brief and short, so my contribution to this part of the show is not going to be too much. But my one experience with shower stories comes when I tried to do football for the second time in high school as a junior. I did it once as a 7th grader, and I sprained both my ankles in the same day.
He was the all-star football player, William Anger.
I sprained both my ankles in the same day, and I wasn't able to do football or marching band that year. It's a whole nother story for another time. That sucked.
Jeez.
But then junior year, I was like, you know what? I'm going to try again because high school's high school. I'll never be able to just try football again in my life.
Yeah.
So I buy all this stuff.
All the equipment.
All the equipment to get into it. You know, we're in the locker room and stuff, and this is the very first time where, like, a shower was, like, going to be a thing. And, like, some people just go to go shower, and everybody's, like, you know, showering. And I'm in the locker room, and I just remember vividly just, like, one dude, like, bro, like, you just practiced for, like, 2.5 hours. You're not going to shower? And I said, nope. And I waited outside in, like, sweaty, disgusting clothes by myself for, like, an hour and a half on the other side of the building for my mom to come pick me up as a junior in high school. And that's my only experience with group showers ever.
I will say high school's weird because not only is it just like a weird, like, closed environment where everything's just super judgy, but also, like, you're still, like, kids, and you're still, like, it's weird to see another person in that kind of vulnerability.
The amount of judgment the amount of judgment that I felt is crazy. Because it's like, first of all those kids, it's like some of them still dope. If they talk to me, they're dope kids and whatever. They're dope people. But it's like
people now.
Yeah. It's like it's whatever. But I felt like I was like the weakest human. Just like you're going outside by myself. It's so hot. Everybody else is showering. It was so bad. Yeah, definitely just a lot of judgment involved. At least in my head. I don't even.
Yeah, and drum corps, that was a big change because I went to like the first camp, and they were like, "Hey, the showers are downstairs," and I was just thinking like, I don't know, shower stalls or something. Nah, man, it's a ring of showers, and throughout drum corps, I don't think I've ever seen as many naked men in my entire life. It's ridiculous.
That's a crazy thought to me.
Yeah. Like
I've never been in a room with another naked person and just been comfortable, except for like my girlfriend.
Yeah, you get comfortable after a while.
Like,
You're just like you get used to those people.
Yeah.
If it's anyone else, like an audition camp, I'm still weirded out by it because it's new people.
I don't even like being naked by myself. Just light clothes.
I don't even like naked by myself. Jeez, I don't even do any of that. I keep clothes on 24/7.
I shower with shorts on.
One of those guys?
No.
Jeez.
Do those people exist?
I don't know. Maybe.
If
Yeah.
if you shower with shorts on, let us know, man.
Yeah. We'll feature you or something. Yeah, drum corps showers, one, just expect that. Like, if you're going to go audition somewhere, like, a group shower is going to be a thing. You're welcome to bring shorts or whatever, bathing suit. I don't know. But I think you should just get used to a ton of naked people. And again, you're all adults when you're going into drum corps, so it's like, or mostly, getting
Yes.
into adults.
What genuine question
Yeah.
that I just thought about. What do they do about, like, the 14-year-olds, the prodigies?
I don't think there's I don't know about the 14, but I don't think there's a necessarily rule about showers. I could totally be wrong. Please correct me on this.
Well, you can't have, like, a 15-year-old showering with a 22-year-old.
Granted,
I don't think it's allowed.
I don't know if that's allowed. I really don't. I don't think so. I don't know.
Because
really
I don't
don't.
know. I've only ever heard of, like, one person. I think he was, like, a snare for, like, Blue Devils. I saw him, like, when I was way young. He was, like, I think 16 or 15.
Oh, that's yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about.
And it's just like, there's no way they just let him shower with all the 20-year-olds and 19-year-olds.
I mean, granted, there's a ton of, like, regulations and rules and things that, like, go into, handling those terrible situations that could happen. For sure. There's a lot of defense there. So, I don't think you should be scared going into a group shower. But also, like, I don't know. I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let us know the rules.
It's a
we don't
funny
know.
shower thought.
You're ridiculous.
That was a good one.
Yeah, camp showers are weird because you don't know anybody.
Yeah.
Especially if you're trying out for the Corps. But also spring training, we had dorms and they were connected, like 2 dorms connected by a shower and by a bathroom. And so we shared a bathroom with 4 other people. And that was nice because we had an individual shower for like 3 weeks, 4 weeks. It was nice.
That sounds
Big
pretty
nice.
nice. Going from not individual to individual.
Yeah, and then we went on tour and it was like, well, this is going to be gross.
Never again.
Yeah.
Get used to it.
We can get into some gross showers here soon for other shower stories, but like, dang, bro, it is. Some of those high schools are rough. Okay, let's go into detail. You're in a drum corps shower, all right, and you're gonna figure out how to best do and manage your time efficiently. I haven't come with a system, but I just know of things that you need. 1, bring everything in a bag. Everything in a bag.
Like a plastic bag?
No, just a bag. I used my sleeping bag, the bag that you put the sleeping bag in.
My sleeping bag.
Yeah, the sleeping bag. And some people have like a shower kit,
I use
but just like
the sandbag bag.
yes, everything in a bag. That way you have, get your towel, your change of clothes, right, or your uniform or whatever, and then all your toiletries and stuff. And then that way you can put all your dirty clothes in there because you don't want it on the floor or in the water. Because
Self-explanatory.
That's literally about to go back into your suitcase.
Exactly.
So, like, gross. But also, come prepared. Bring stuff, toiletries and all that. I will say this. Optimal shower usage, you either go before everyone goes or after. Don't go in the high traffic zone. Okay, so like Uber before. Don't get food. Skip food. Shower. Come back for food, or get food first. Shower later. When you get into the shower, understand that there's going to be a line of just naked men waiting to take a shower. That being said, this is your time to lather up. Ask a dude, hey, let me just get in here and get wet, and then come back out, and then take up your soap and get super soapy, and then just wait until the shower's good to go.
Oh my god!
Because you don't want to be in the shower just like taking your time, because you're one of those guys. All right, don't be one of those guys. Get in, get your body wet, come out, put soap on it, be ready to go, and then that way you can just get in, rinse off, and be done.
I feel prepared.
Yeah.
If I ever group shower.
If you ever group shower, just have that in your head. And then when you're done, find a dry place, take everything off as far as like, make sure that all your toiletries are dry.
Yeah.
And then
when you're done, go somewhere dry.
Yeah, like literally, here's the thing. The locker room, never dry. You
Not
got
dry.
150 people coming to the same locker room. It's rough.
It's going to be as humid as Georgia down there.
Dude, imagine showering in Georgia. Ew.
I do it every day. Every single day.
I also, this is controversial, but and some people may call me gross, but did you ever see people with shower shoes, like bringing in flip-flops with their group shower?
I've never been into a group shower.
Oh, right.
Like, actually been into one.
I've
been offered one.
Okay. I don't think offered is the right word there.
I mean, am I wrong?
Okay, so a lot of people in drum corps say, hey, bring shoes like flip-flops or sandals that you can shower with. Those are called shower shoes. For me personally, I go barefooted a lot, just in general. Like, I wear flat-footed shoes. Like, I don't like a lot of sole.
You go barefoot in your daily life?
In daily life, yes. It's just a thing. I like I'll have socks on and stuff, but like I don't wear shoes that have soles in them. That just feels good for my feet. So I'm not going to buy a pair of flip-flops. I will never wear them. I also just don't wear flip-flops. That being said,
I used to be like that.
I went into the group shower, and I didn't have shower shoes. And then I was like, well, what's the issue? I'm fine. I just keep myself clean, and athlete's foot is gone. Done. I don't know if that's ignorant and super dumb, but I did it for an entire summer, and I haven't had any issues. So
I have no experience nor know of what athlete's foot is or how it works.
It's a fungus that grows in your foot.
So I'm gonna say,
oh geez,
I'm gonna say good on you, Kendall, and you keep doing you.
Look at me. I got made fun of a lot. They're like, bro, wear your shower shoes. You're disgusting.
You're wearing them, bro. Give those to me. Give me back my shower shoes.
Dude, I did get yelled at by a vet last year, and one of the best compliments that I got, I think, was from him, Leo Capone. Such a great dude.
Dude, what a name.
Yeah, Leonardo Capone. Imagine that, bro.
Blessed.
Blessed.
Hashtag blessed.
Also, you should see him. He's just like a...
Is he tall?
I think. He's average height. A little taller than me. I don't know. He's a good-looking
dude.
Good
enough.
Yeah.
What a guy already.
What a guy. So he played trumpet, and it was his age out.
Of course he played trumpet.
And so I walked in with no shower shoes. One, he called me disgusting at one point because he was just like, that's gross, bro. Put on some shower shoes.
I just really want him to have an accent.
No, he doesn't.
So bad. Hey.
Hey.
You without the shower shoes.
You without the shoes. Put shoes on.
You with the feet, the bear. Hey.
Hey, you with the feet, huh? So I get out of the shower. I don't think this was the same day, but at some point, I think at the very end of the year, he was like, Kendall, you're a weird dude. And I think that was when he realized that I didn't have shower shoes, just in general.
Yeah.
And God, that was really funny. I feel great. I feel honored by his insult.
I got called a specimen one time.
A specimen?
Yeah, just like by some old lady.
Use it in context.
Like, you're a specimen because I was acting
What?
weird.
What?
I don't know, man.
That's a weird insult. You should. What?
I don't know if it was an insult. More it was like you're a funny dude. Like, I was young. I was way young. I couldn't even tell you exactly where it happened, but I remember it happening.
By who?
Just an old lady. I don't remember her name.
An old lady?
Yeah, it was an old lady.
What a word. That's kind of funny. I don't know. Showers in drum corps, one, they're just a vibe. I don't know if you think about that, but like Here's the thing: you go into a shower, you bring a
Not the vibe I'm trying to be in, Kendall.
a waterproof speaker, and just set that thing up with some jams. You're chilling, and then you have like the memes about like the boys' bathroom and like how they just do stupid
the boys'
things.
locker room.
Yeah. It's the same thing in the shower, except there's just hot water and soap and music.
Steamy and naked dudes. Yeah. I get the vibe you're going for now, Kendall.
Sure.
I get it now. We playing like The Weekend or something?
It's good stuff, and honestly, like some of the best comments and memories come from the shower, which is funny. It's really just like, I don't know. After a while, you don't see them. You just see them as people because you've been around them for so long. You're not awkward about them being naked. And showering.
Lathering soap.
Now, granted, having shower stories in general also causes a lot of non-podcast appropriate stories about showering. Nothing terrible.
We're going for like a E for everyone.
Yeah, there you go. So keep your shower stories appropriate. We don't want to hear half of that. But yeah, man, it was really funny. So you've never been in a group shower?
I've never been inside of a shower with another person.
I don't think we'll ever do that together. That's the one thing that I don't think we'll ever be a part of.
Maybe like if we do something crazy together, you know what I'm saying? I don't know.
That's very specific.
I don't know. Like literally the first thing that came to my head is like we do some event where we just have to like go through like a test for like weeks and we have to like do crazy stuff. I don't know. That's the first thing that my head went to.
Like an athletic kind of deal?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like something crazy.
Like a week-long something?
Yeah, like a 2-week-long marathon.
Like a survival something.
Yeah.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
We're climbing mountains and hiking long distances. It could happen, bro. I'm young. I could do anything where I might have to shower with you one day, bro.
Bro, do you not trust me to shower with you,
Don't scratch it off the list just yet, man. You showered with so many other people. I feel come on, man.
We've been best friends for how long and we haven't showered together, dude? Gosh. And again, I have wondered that. Like, I don't know. Drum corps brings you close to a lot of people very, very quickly. And I think showers are
you kind of have to, or it not only one defeats the purpose, but then it makes your job a lot harder.
That too. Yeah. But I was also just thinking, like, in terms of showers, like, that makes things really awkward.
Yeah.
Because not being friends with these people or just acquaintances.
Listen, man, I'm naked, you're naked.
That's kind of the vibe you go in. It's just like, we're both naked. We're just going to keep
This is the most human you could be right now.
Really? Yeah. Plus, like, you're basically naked in drum corps anyways because you just have, like, short shorts and a tank top or no shirt, you know? But whatever. I don't know if you can hear this, but there's like several young children outside.
Oh, I hear it.
I hear it.
I
don't
hear
know
it
if the
very
podcast
well.
hear it. God, I can't wait to just. Could we yell at all these kids? Whose kids are they?
Why, Kendall? He
We
just
can
hears
yell
like
at 'em.
kids playing outside. He's like, "Are we allowed to yell at these kids?"
I'm just thinking like old man, like, get away from my podcast.
Can we solve this problem?
I don't know, man. It's possible. We could do it. I don't know. We could steal their pizza though.
They did have pizza.
They did have pizza.
Joink. Notice I said did have.
Did. Yikes. We yoinked them. What a great way to end a podcast.
I stole a small child's pizza.
Nah, I don't steal candy from babies. I steal pizza from children.
Pizza from toddlers.
Oh, man.
I can bring it back to the group shower. Guys, I got pizza.
What?
I was just talking about the group shower.
Bringing pizza to a group shower?
Is that not dude? Yeah.
Bringing food to a group shower is a move.
Is it a real thing?
It's happened before for sure. Like right before coming into the locker room with food. I mean, you got to finish it before you get in the shower.
Be efficient.
Yeah.
If you talked about eating before or eating after, just eat right.
You literally could bring it with you. Legit.
Man, if I ever group shower, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah, honestly, again, just write this thing down. Like if you just have the podcast like ready to go while you do drum corps, you'll be good to go. I promise. We'll come up with everything that you need to know, specifically about showers. Wash everything, people. People are gross.
Definitely.
You got to be sanitized. Jeez. All right, ladies and gents. Well, thank you for joining us for another terrible episode of the Sandbag Show. Episode 7 in a row, just knocking foul balls. I don't know if we've struck out yet, but I feel like we have. Dude, come find us. Give us your shower stories, but also just anything else you want to swing our way. Ask us questions. Give us some people you want to interview. We'll have that here probably very soon, I would say.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, I'm hoping to set up some Zooms with some people.
Ooh.
But we might actually get people into the podcast, depending on what happens. But look out for that. You can find us anywhere you find podcasts, but also find us on all the socials: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. We're all there with the podcast. But also you can find me if you want some of my random thoughts. If you want to see me geek out about my horn that I just bought, you can also look at that and all the dumb things that I choose to post. Shoot. I gave my address. I feel like you should give your address.
Not happening.
Because you don't have a...
We've already talked about it. I'm going to give my coordinates.
Your coordinates, yeah. Once we get those, we'll link them in the bio just so that you can look at them.
I need to get my picture taken with the Google satellite truck or whatever, so that we can
just be on Google Maps.
So we could just show look me up at this coordinate. It's just me. I got
me.
I got my little sandbag.
We could set that up. We could get it. We're on Google Podcasts. They know us.
They know us. We're in the system.
We're sponsored. Bro, can't wait. Thank you guys, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.